Hello and welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and in this episode we are going to talk about another SailfishOS related topic. You already can see it here. It's called SailConnect4, and it's just a small little game I'm going to talk about with you. Everybody knows 4 winds, right? So this is more or less that. But just to let you know, this is a smaller episode because there's not too much happening at the moment, because we're in the summer break for many different things, or they're going to start at the end. And in the end, what we are going to head to is the next one. It's going to be SailfishOS 5.1. And there was a small little meeting which Jolla held about what's going to happen. And in the end, they talked about many things going open source, which were not open source before. So some of the features and some of the stuff that is there should go open source very soon, but that's more or less on the technical side. We're not going to talk too much about that, and anything else isn't really noteworthy, I would say. Anyway, let's have a look at this game. This game, of course, is called SailConnect4. It's a 4 winds part, and I'm going to show you where to get it and how to play it and what you can set up, because it's a little bit more than just clicking on and going on there. And it's of course a classic, but all-time favorite probably for many people. So let's have a look. For that I'm using of course my SailfishOS empowered Sony Xperia 10 Mark III we have here. And that one is of course going to be shown at this big screen, and of course on my small screen here I'm going to show you everything that's going on. In the end, you're going to notice a little bit of a lag on the big screen. That's normal because I'm using the screencast technology, which just indicates that. And it's not about the smartphone itself, it's about this technology and the transfer which is going on here. If you want to know more about that, have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of other videos where I talk more in depth about all this technology stuff and what's going on there. But let's have a look on how to get everything. I'm going to turn around here and show you on my big screen and on my small screen at the same time, more or less, what's going on. First off, just go into your stores. In the end, the Open Web store is the one you're going to have to work here with. And if you go in here, just open that one up, and you can just go to the search bar and try to find out where it's gone. And as mentioned before, it's called SailConnect, I think at least. And oh, sorry, I made a mistake. It is not Open Repos we are talking about. Sorry about that. It's on Chum. Of course, I just misread my informations. It's on Chum. Same thing. You can get Chum GUI for SailfishOS. Just install it if you don't know how to. Have a look at the corner there. There are a couple of other videos where I'm talking about that. And now we can just go to the applications in this case and search for it at the top here. If you go there, you can just put in SailConnect, and you should already see it. There we are. If we open that up, you can see everything is more or less what you would expect from this kind of game. Just have a look at it. For you won't see this installed part, but that you can install it still, and everything else should be working. If you go to the draw menu, then you can install it. Of course, I already have it installed, so he's telling me, hey, would you like to start this one because it's already there, or would you like to get rid of it? I don't want to go that route anyway, so I'm just going to go to my all apps list here, to the drawer, and have a look at what I can do there. And you know what? I don't think that for this kind of game we need the small smartphone version, because it's really not very important if it's lacking a little bit or something. So let's have a look at that. I'm just going to click on SailConnect4 in this case. If you see it here, it's really a very interesting little small game, but it's nothing to talk about. You know, it's really just what you are expecting to have there. Only interesting thing is that it's called internally differently than the app itself. It's called U-Align or U-Line or whatever 4. In the end, always make sure that you get 4 in a row. So this part, or vertical, or in the horizontal one, or in the diagonal one. Is it a word? I'm not sure. In the end, in this kind of fashion, you can do that too. It's going to play. It's going to be against the computer, so you can name everything you want to. Nemo. Nemo is the name of your standard user on your SailfishOS part. That's the reason why it's called Nemo, but this is you. And here is Bob, of course. I wanted to say no. I think it's the other way around. I think I am Bob and he's Nemo. Doesn't really matter. If you want to change that, yes, you can do that. Just go to the draw menu, and if you go in there, you can already see. Okay, I just hit the one button I don't want to hit. Anyway, if you go in there, you can already see what is going on here. There are a couple of different options. Some of them are a little bit lacky in the translation, but in the end what you want to have a look at is configuration in this case. So let's go to the configuration part. If we go in here, you can see you can give yourself another name and so on and so forth. You can also, depending on what you want to play with, change, for instance, the different colors you see here. So whatever color you want to play here is fine. And very interesting, you can even let one of the IEs or the KIs play against the other one. So it's pretty fun, but whatever. In general, you don't want that. You want to have a normal player and against the normal AI version. So in the end, we are going to play it in this way. And of course you can put in a couple of different things that you really can put in here. So for instance, you could go with a much harder one, which is not very easy. Standard is, I think, this option, so more or less capable or something is a wide explanation. And so here are a couple of other things. Fort isn't really something, it's probably fortgeschritten, which means advanced in German. And so just select one of those, whatever you want to do there, and play with it. And the moment you hit this button, it's going to be KI or AI versus AI. And if you just deselect both of them, you can play with another player. That's just what you want to do here. It's really doing everything you can do. And of course, if you want to just rename yourself whatever you want to have there. After that, just click on one of the rows here, more or less, and it's going to more or less push down the little parts here. You already know about that. And in the end, just try to win this game by getting 4 in a row. That's of course what you have to do here. So something like this would be fine. And just try to overcome your opponent. In the end, all you can do here is more or less play against him and have more or less... You know how to play 4 wins, right? Do I have to really explain it to you? I don't think so. In the end, just try to get everything in line, as this, more or less. Try to make it happen that the player is going to lose against you. It can be hard because he's not the worst player anyway, even in the lower tier versions of the AI. He's going to be not easy to overcome, but overcomeable, whatever. And just try it out. Let's do that. And in the end, you're going to probably win this game. It depends, but probably you're going to win this. And after that, you can just go along and try it again. And just to show you something in the upper menu here, there is a statistics where I lost, for instance, a couple of times. I'm not sure if we can... Hello? Oh, okay. We can't see it because it's only in one session. So last time I looked, I had a couple of different games played. Seems to be only in one session that you're playing this. So in the end, if you get these kind of points here, then you can play through. Then it's going to restart, and if you are staying in the app, then you're going to see the statistics. Interesting. I'm not sure what this is, so let's have a look at that. Angemessen. Okay, yeah, it's the credits more or less. No, it's not the right translation. You can't call it that. Angemessen would be something like suitable, or in general, it's more like yeah, suited for a certain occasion or something like that. That would be angemessen in this case, but doesn't really matter. In the end, the game itself is playable, it's fun to play, and it's just a 4-wins game. So that's more or less all I have to say for this episode. It's a pretty small and very, very short one, but I hope you still have fun with this game. Of course, go to the Chum to get this version of the game, download it, play it how often you want. You all know 4-wins. This is just a 4-wins client, and it works like it should be. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, of course. If you have any kind of questions, comments, whatever, put them down below into the commentary section, of course. If you have any kind of information you want to share with us about whatever, for instance, a community meeting I couldn't attend, but in the end, hopefully they're going to do it in another way, because I'm not going to use the Zoom client for that. They used Zoom, and I think Zoom is more or less the worst client you can use in this kind of fashion, but whatever. If you want to tell us about that, please do. It's really interesting for everybody here. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, see you in the next episode, and bye. Bye.